difference in that. Now I want him to do a non-battle damage shredder.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
How much would you be willing to pay for that?
Not $34.
What if instead they raised it to $50?
Huh?
What if they raised it to $50? Would you buy it then?
Well, if he's not going to buy it at 34.
But what if they did that and then they added toe articulation and a bunch of accessories?
Joke's on you. I already have toe articulation.
What if they took that away then?
Maybe. And charge me more?
Yeah.
I guess I'd be really mad.
Would you be mad? Would you be mad about the Maximum series and their ridiculous pricing? At least
what's going on?
At least someone cut on to the
I was waiting for you to cut it.
Hello and welcome to Modern Toy Fair. I'm your host, Mr. Modern Toy Fair, and I'm joined by the founder of the Neck Illuminati, the delayer of shipments, the procrastinator of pures, the perfect person, the two-time daddy. My YouTube wife, Mrs. Modern Toy Fair, Jarmar_games. But that's not all. I'm also joined by the consumer of all things vile, one of the former co-hosts of the Figurely Speaking podcast, the man with more titties than you could talk about, Corey. And last but never least, he is the man known as Bearded Spice. He is the man Modern Toy Fair has full custody over. He is the man Optimus Prime popped and he refuses to stop. He's the Twilight Knight, the master of Mac, the three-pump chump of taking this show off the rails. Nate, how's everyone doing?
Oh yeah, brother.
Oh yeah.
So good. So
listen, I had to find a way to get through that without coughing because of my allergies right now.
You did a great job.
So
you did a really good job.
I had to really struggle through that.
You changed it up a little bit, but
did I?
You said he is the man instead of the man.
Oh.
You said he is the man. Oh. But you know, it's your intellectual property.
That's just poor memory. because on our off weeks we've been recording toy therapies where I don't do the whole spiel. It's just Mrs. Dr. Modern Toy Fair, receptionist Corey, and Nurse Nate, so I don't have the repetition that I'm used to when we were doing this 4 weeks a month.
And then when we were on the Hella Dope Toys podcast this week, you know, it was just you and I, and you so graciously did mine for me. Yes. If you haven't watched and you don't like either of the other two guys, this is the show for you especially.
Yes, if you just like me and Nate, it's definitely.
Which I can't imagine the Venn diagram on that is.
Yeah, that's no, I can't imagine that's a. I mean, unless they just enjoy how much you like to pester me and make my life difficult.
I could see that. I could see that.
And I could see that being a very large crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes more sense.
Yeah. Anyway. This week we are here to talk about the Hasbro Marvel Legends Maximum series with the new announcement of the Hulk for the second figure and Spider-Man starting to ship to some people, but not everybody apparently. We've got lots to unpack here. If it's worth it, if it's a bad direction for us to go, if we're going to buy it, all sorts of fun things. So let's go ahead and get started. Chat, feel free to chime in with your opinions or anything else throughout. I see there are a handful of you watching.
Also in the chat, if you've tried the new Taco Bell Street Chalupas, let me know what you think. Jamar, let me know what you think.
Wait, what?
Delicious.
What is this?
Which one are, which I've only done steak
I did steak.
So far.
I did steak.
Oh, they're so good.
Just so good. Phenomenal.
What is this?
So
phenomenal.
So it's these little
going on.
You get two of them when you order. It's these little things at Taco Bell, these cheesy chalupa. So it's like these golden baked cheesy little, tortilla, not even a tortilla, but a perfect little shell. And then you get steak, and then they got like onions and cilantro, and then like a lime crema. Like this is top. Like the world has gone to shit, but your local Taco Bell is serving up some gourmet shit.
It's not even a bit. I mean, like,
no,
I already like chalupa, so I was kind of like, you're giving me a smaller one. What the fuck is this? absolutely amazing.
And let me tell you, if you haven't tried it, let me give you a tip. We are not
It's
sponsored.
$14.
Well, that's that's what I was going to talk about.
What?
It's
No.
$6.
Oh.
It's $6 for the two.
Okay.
I went to lunch today, and I was just going to get that and a drink. So I ordered that and a drink, and then I looked, and she's like, "Is your order correct on the screen?" And it was $9 for that. If I ordered the Discovery box, it's also $9. I get the 2 chalupas, Doritos Locos Tacos, a regular taco, and crunchy cinnamon strips and a drink.
Mm-hmm.
So I got that, which I didn't need all that, but I mean, I was an idiot.
If it's the same price, might as well.
Exactly.
You don't want to leave money just laying on the table. But yeah,
Right.
Definitely, I would say a 10 out of 10. You have to try it.
What are we talking size-wise? Are we talking like, because I enjoyed those little miniature burritos they did a couple months ago.
Yeah.
But they were way too
the crunch wraps.
No, it was like
these are like
the dipping burrito things.
These are definitely like 3 biters.
Yeah.
They're small.
But you get
They're
2.
definitely
You get
small,
2.
but you get 2.
That's not enough. You need 4.
I'm telling you,
they're packed with so much flavor. Like, knock your head back at first.
No wasted space or taste. Is that copyrighted? That should be copyrighted. No wasted taste
in this taste.
It's good. Every bite you're getting like tons of flavor. It's so worth it. So worth it.
Phenomenal.
Well, as
I would say they're the
Ted
maximum.
In the chat said, "Welcome to Modern Taco Fair."
Yeah.
Anyway,
the maximum chalupa.
Yeah, the maximum steak chalupa.
Who's sponsored?
I'd buy that at almost any price. So.
All right. So, anyway,
off the rails.
Oh yeah.
Let's get back to the topic here. So, let's start with the Spider-Man because he's starting to ship allegedly. I've seen some people get him, but it doesn't seem widespread. That was $50. You got some extra webbing. You got slightly. I don't even think it was really a new sculpt. It was mostly just the new head and the toe articulation, right?
No, the whole figure's new.
The whole figure's new. It's not the
whole figure's new.
Okay, so a whole new figure. You also got the replaceable wrist, so you can do the ungloved look as well. $50 though. People were very split on that. Granted, it sold out, so I don't know how split they really were. Where do we stand on that after seeing in-hand photos? Because obviously at this point, none of us have gotten it in hand.
Let me go first, just because, obviously I probably have the most naive opinion on this. But from I've seen, it splashing around on Instagram, and outside of paying attention to all the stuff in Reddits and stuff that I've seen that people complain about it, I think it looks pretty cool. And if it was blind and I didn't know an actual price of it, I would say, oh, that's an awesome Spider-Man that you should get, especially because from what I've seen as far as the poses that it can do, looks pretty awesome. I have seen a comparison with what was the most recent Spider-Man? There was
is it the Renew Your Vows mold? Is that the one that people tend to go?
I think they were comparing
the best one.
That one
that the articulation was close. I'm trying to remember what. Okay. I wasn't a symbiote one.
Then it probably
was the regular suit. So
that's
right. It was. Yeah, but either way, it was a Marvel Legends one that was just recent. And the articulation looked similar, it's showing you can actually get some of these poses out of it. But I just think overall it's kind of a cool idea, and I understand that this is the toy community that we're talking about, so I can understand why there's some controversy. But I appreciate them trying, is what I would say, as someone who's not interested in buying it. So my money is spent elsewhere.
Anyone else?
I could say that I pre-ordered it out of the novelty. I've always liked when in the Toy Biz years, always loved McFarlane's Pizza Spidey back then, or whatever it was called back then. That's not Pizza Spidey. It was just McFarlane Spidey. But I always loved that figure, and this is seems like a modern take on that. $50 is a lot to have, but I really feel like this is a comparable figure to Mafek's style, and I think that's what they're going after. seeing as how the Mafex brand is coming through to be like more mainstream. I feel like they're trying to get out there more and more with every release. So maybe this is like Hasbro's way of being like, listen, like we could kind of get something up there to that level, but not with like that import price. That being said, the Peter Parker head looks like junk in some of those pictures. It looks so terrible. And then with that newest release, the Hulk,
We're not talking
We're
about
not
that
talking
yet.
about Hulk yet.
Jumping the gun. Don't jump the gun.
but I bought it, but the maximum line seems like something I definitely will not continue through. Like, I mean, I don't see like where would this character selection go. I just don't see it going that far because they are not they're putting forth a better effort, but they aren't putting forth like that full I'm not going head over heels with any of these releases. So that's my take on it.
Nate?
I agree a lot with a lot of what Corey said and with what Jarmar said. I do feel, and you know, your face instantly recoiled when Corey said Mafex. Oh, sweet. You might see it. There's a spider right on my iPad.
Oh, I
That's
saw
what that
something.
was.
Yeah. So I don't want him there.
Well, hey,
so
maybe the spider's here just to fill in
talk
on
about Spider-Man.
Spider-Man talk.
Yeah,
He's like,
no,
you
he wanted to
talking
give his.
about boy Peter?
He's here to give
Yeah.
you spider powers, so you don't need an action
So-
figure.
As soon as Corey said Mafex, your face recoiled, and Corey did not say it's as good or better than Mafex, but I think he's absolutely right. They are going after that import audience, and that is a market that seemingly doesn't have a problem spending $60, $70, $80, $90 for an action figure if they are given what they feel is worth it. So I think they're trying to test this out. The fact that it is an all new mold, and then I don't want to feel like I'm picking on you,
404.
but I also disagreed with the way you were like, you get some extra accessories. Like, there's a lot of shit in that box. Like, it's half the box. Half the box is the figure, the other half is the accessories. Some of that stuff is old, yes. Some of it is new, though. Like we said, those web shooters, which are really cool, can lend a lot of really neat stuff, especially to toy photography, which if you like, you can go to toytographymag.com. But I think, I don't want to say that like I want to spend $50 on it, but when they announced the price that it was $50, I thought, well, you know what? I see the value in the box.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could say that that toys should be cheaper, but that's so naive at this point. They are what they are, and they're going to be a luxury item. And I think that's how we have to start looking at these too. With the announcement of another one that we're not going to talk about. I don't know that this is necessarily going to be a whole line because they're going to release the big characters: Spider-Man, Hulk, Wolverine, Iron Man, Doctor Doom, Mr. Fantastic, maybe something like that. There's probably 15 that they can do. Maybe they're going to do these quarterly. The other thing is like, if you don't love that character, just don't get it. Like, I will definitely, if I find it, I didn't pre-order it because I kind of left this one up to, the toy gods, if you will. But if I come across that or have an opportunity to purchase the Maximum Spider-Man, I'm going to, because like I said, I see the value in the box. I like Spider-Man. I don't have, most of my Spider-Mans now are movie related or cartoon related or something like that. So I don't have a ton of comic book Spider-Man. So to have like, the definitive or maximum for now, a figure would be pretty cool. And I think that $50 is not unfair because we've also talked many times with how the quality of some of these figures have gotten that it's all like we've said before many times, it's almost Mafex level. These Hasbros are really starting to infringe on the imports, especially at likenesses and certain things and engineering that they're doing. So I think going bringing it full circle, going after this market and going after this type of idea is perfect. And again, I don't think we're going to see them much more than quarterly, but I could be wrong.
See, I agree for the most part. I think my only concerns, and especially for the comparison of like saying it's them trying to get into that higher end market, is one, I've seen some pretty bad paint app issues, which I feel like if you're going to charge $50, you can't be
absolutely
half-assing QC like you do if you're
No,
$25
that's
line.
I haven't heard that, but if that is the case, yeah, like you can't do that.
There's a picture floating around of one of the Spider-Man heads, and the webbing, like they have at the top view, the webbing on the front and back are not lined up at all.
Now, is this the same picture going around, or is it just like
I've only seen
multiple people?
I've seen multiple people post the same picture, but there's also not a lot. There's only a handful of people out there who have it. So yeah. But
well, go ahead. Yeah.
You know, either way, there shouldn't be any out there for $50 that like have that issue. Like your QC should be on point when you're getting into that market. And the other thing that still bothers me is fucking boot cut. Like if you're gonna do boot cut, it has to be on characters who have like a boot that isn't just their shin, because the breaking of the mold to do that looks so terrible. Like you just see this like weird like cut, and I hate it. Like it's time to get into having the ball joint ankles if you want to get into that market, like all the other high end companies. Hell, even fucking McFarlane does it at this point. It's just not acceptable to do boot cut on characters that don't have a definitive like boot that is separate from being a skin tight suit. Beyond that, like I think it's. I'd feel better about my purchase if it was like closer to 40 or 45, because, you know, a standard figure for them is 25, so I don't quite feel like I'm getting 2 figures worth in value, but I do feel like the value is pretty good. I've never.
How much would you spend for some if you were really into Spider-Man?
I am really.
How much would you spend? Okay. How much would you spend?
Hypothetically,
to have somebody make you like really cool looking web shooters like that, like on a third party level.
You're talking about the wrist web shooters?
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't want those at all, though. It's my problem. Like, I'm never going to display them with
I'm
that.
saying, hypothetically, if you were a Spider-Man fan,
alternatively, let's go something I have done. I have paid like $35 to $50 for an alternate head for a Mafex figure.
There you go.
So, like, I see where you're coming from, but I'm just saying there's also things in that box that they'll go into a bin somewhere and never be seen again.
But that is, and I agree, but at the same time, everyone is coming in with a different angle, so there's always going to be something missing from the box or unnecessary in the box.
I will say the point that I was trying to make, comparing it to Mafex was that, so you have $100 figure, right? And then you have the hardcore or casual collector that's like, man, I really want that figure, but it's not $100. Well, Hasbro comes along and goes, hey, do you want like this one for like half the cost? Like, look, this will satisfy whatever craving you have, you know?
Yep. Because it's going to appeal to the hardcores and to the not so hardcores that just want a really awesome Spider-Man.
Right. Like, I think they're trying to put that question in those people's heads. Like, do you really want to spend another $40 for that? Yeah. Or, you know, just the $50 for ours? Like, that's what I think they're trying to go for.
I do too. And that's what I meant when I said I agree with you. When you're saying you're going after that market, it's that customer base, not necessarily trying to replicate the exact same product.
Right.
I mean, the thing that got me to pre-order it is one, curiosity, because I want to see how this turns out, and two,
and FOMO.
And two is the fact, because it is that McFarlane Spidey, it very much looks like that Marvel vs. Capcom Spider-Man. So, like, that got me too. Because while I love the Mafex one, and it is technically the McFarlane one, it doesn't quite look like that Spider-Man from the game. and so it'd be nice
You're
to have
definitely
one.
getting a Spider-Man from the game. If that's your reasoning to get this one, you should probably just hold off because I'm pretty sure you're getting a Spider-Man from that game.
He's an impatient child who'll bitch about the price and then immediately not care and get it. And then when the thing that he actually wants is announced, he'll sell that one to get the one he wants, but then bitch because it's going to take so long.
Plus, let's be honest.
I've been around for a while.
Let's be honest as well. Yeah, I may get the one I want, but is it going to have pinless joints? Is it going to be on a good body, or is it going to be on an old body? Like, there's so many
arm.
like issues.
He's gotta have one arm with pins, one arm pinless,
like fucking Cable.
Cable. Jesus Christ! I will never forget being on this podcast and realizing that I was just like,
yep.
Like, I don't even know what is up now. Like, this is insane.
He was like, oh, God, I remember where I was when the Challenger blew up, when 9/11 happened, and when I realized Cable had 2 different arms.
One pinless and one not.
One pinless, one not.
But that's
bonkers.
That's just one of those things where it's like, I would rather have one that looks similar and has all of the current day updates that should be standardized than risk getting one that is meant for that and it being the lesser figure. Or getting both, because why the fuck not?
I think we need to bookmark that statement right there and come back to it in about 2.5 years.
Oh, 2.5 years when they finally do make the Marvel vs. Capcom Spider-Man?
When the Marvel vs. Capcom Spidey comes out. And
I mean, based off of the tease that they did and what everyone's thinking is coming from that tease in the end of that live stream.
Michael being like, does anybody want my Maximum Spider-Man for $25?
But he kept all the accessories.
They're all there, except that chili dog that it came with.
The chili
Honestly,
dog.
I probably wouldn't keep the accessories because I just wish the webs weren't those like rubber ones that they've been doing. I wish they would have tried to like maybe do something with a wire so it's a little more posable.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Yeah,
like something, just little things like that would have been nice. Like overall,
that would have made it $60,
$89. Yeah,
and you know what? I would have probably been happier at that point.
But then you'd be like, oh, why spend this when I could get
considering I'd have to I'll have to go and get like posable webs on eBay for $30. It's already there anyway, so why not just?
You don't have that already?
I have some, but like you can always use.
I thought you said you were a Spider-Man fan.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I am. What's that got to do with having? Like I said, I already have some postable webs, but
you gotta have some web.
All right. Anyway, so then on the live stream,
are you gonna show us your web shooter?
Yeah.
What? I just had.
If you're a Spider-Man fan,
you want to see my?
Yeah, we want to see your web shooter.
I mean, that'll get us demonetized though.
I ain't here for the money. I'm here for love.
Is this like when we were on that live stream and you were like, "Oh, we could show dong"?
Hang dong, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, they tried to get hella dope demonetized too, so it's not just us.
I wasn't trying. I was ready for a good time. I thought it was
hella dong toys is what you thought it was.
I don't know. That's what I was trying to find out.
Oh my god. We've got Thor in the chat. Good evening, guys. How's it going, man? So they had a live stream this week. They announced the second figure in the Maximum series, and it is what was already leaked and kinda everyone figured out from the tease from last time, and that was the Hulk. Hulk, though, is a little bit of a different story than Spider-Man. Spider-Man, like quite a bit of it's new. Hulk, you did get some new hands, some new heads. You get a new upper torso that is rubbery. So that way, because they didn't want...
soft vinyl.
Soft.
I went back and listened. They did not say rubber.
Well, I assumed it wasn't rubber, but it's like the soft plastic they use for capes and shit.
Yeah, probably.
Because they didn't want to break up the mold for the butterfly joints,
right.
Which I get and I don't get because other figures it breaks up the mold. So like,
but I think because that's so large, it's such a large butterfly. Mm-hmm. Then I don't know. It would just. I think it's bigger, but whatever.
You do get some cool accessories. He comes with a little missile that breaks in half. You get some effects for him to do his sonic clap,
Swoosh clap.
and that you can also use just as normal swoosh effects and stuff like that, and explosive effects. So it comes with some cool stuff. He is only $10 more than Spidey, which is surprising.
Wait, I thought
No, Corey claimed he was more.
I really thought they said.
I thought it was. I thought
69.
you were saying it was 80.
No, it's 60.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I went back and I was looking everything up, and there's a screenshot of Hasbro Pulse in the chat saying that it will be $59.99. Which, given the fact that the rest of the body is reuse, makes sense. I can see why they did that, so that way to keep that price down. I think my gripe is just that the head choices out of everything. Like I'm in for it. Like it looks dope. I like the bright colors. I like the accessories he comes with. I like the idea of like the soft vinyl torso, so that way he can have butterfly joints and all that. Like it looks great. The heads just bother me because of course it's gonna be a different shade of green from every other fucking Hulk that we've gotten. So you can't just easily swap the heads.
Yeah.
And instead of having like 3 of the same art style with different expressions, we've got 3 very different art style Hawks with very different expressions.
Yeah. Who is it?
I
Dale
really don't-
Cohen?
Dale Keown,
I say
some guy I didn't recognize as much, and then I don't remember. So good.
So
good.
there's one with
I-
slick back hair and the shaved sides of his head, who just like has a normal like kind of, I guess, neutral face. There's one that has more teeth than face, and he's got
That's the grit.
and he's got the emo
Yeah.
hair. And then there's the one with the spiky hair that's screaming.
It's not spiky. It's like
No, it's
like
spiky because it's from a comic book run where like his hair was more spiky.
I just assumed it was just blowing back.
Oh, Ed McGuinness was one of them, wasn't it?
I think so.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. So Dale Keown, Ed McGuinness. So I don't understand why. I don't really understand why you're mad about that one. Again, I think that when they're trying to appeal as this maximum thing, so it's giving you more options. It's trying to give you the like more options. So that would drive me nuts. Like I got some Silverhawks figures over the weekend, and some of the faces are so the same. I can't even tell that they're not the same face. Like, but like the eyebrow is different or something, and I'm like, oh my god, these are worth.
I want more expressions, but I want it to all be the same artwork, so that way I
Like
can
the
have
same.
him doing different expressions as the same fucking character instead of this different character throughout different
Like,
storylines.
I get what you're saying, Michael, and I get what you're saying. I it's a weird thing to
I'm
try.
not going to take pictures of it, I guess is my issue. I would put it on display, and I would have different options where he wants to show a sequential thing, which is cool too. I get it. But
Isn't the issue though that it's like it's different, like technically art styles?
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So like
Yeah.
it would be like just pick one specific, like maybe the most popular, like Hulk art style, and then give you different heads from that. I appreciate the thought of like this would be for anyone who is a fan of Hulk, because they're not gonna make multiple versions of it, obviously. So you kind of have to do this. But I can kind of, normally I don't agree with you, Michael. I feel like you're being nitpicky, but this one I kind of, I can understand. Like, why wouldn't it? You just like if it, it would be like if you got like a Mirage Turtle and it's like, oh, well, all their bandanas are red, so let's just do 4 different heads, but then you kind of feel like you're stuck in a box of like which one you like or like depending on the expression. So I can understand that, but I also get why they tried that.
Yeah,
it's just kind of weird. Personally,
like I get it, because it might be harder to sell an individual figure with that specific head
for this price.
Yeah,
It's like, I like this Hawk, and I'm mad that they don't
at that
have
point,
it.
like maybe give him, especially since there was so much reuse, give him 2 normal comic book Hulk heads with different expressions, and then add those additional ones as options as well.
Ooh,
So
but that's
you
going to
get
be
4 or
70, $80.
I'd pay $10 more to have that as an option rather than it being forced on me.
I see the Spider-Man one, and it is from head to toe new from McFarlane, and then this one they're like
Hasbro.
2 different, right? But it's you know what I meant.
Oh
But,
no, I didn't. But now
You did.
I do.
He really thought that you,
Oh, he
you
did
thought
it.
it was a
Oh.
McFarlane figure.
Yeah, I thought you were like, from McFarlane, and I was like, no, they don't make those.
No, it would have the ball ankles then instead of the
Yeah.
shitty boot cup.
So
Yeah.
And pins.
and then
Oh,
you
they
got
have
this
pins,
this new Hulk, but they're just like, hey, we're trying the same thing kind of, but here's just different artist heads. When those artist styles don't look anything really alike that much. It's like it's kind of being phoned in. They're like, hey, if you put this head on it, it's a McGinnis Hulk. Like, I mean, is it though? You use the same body type for your regular Hulk that I already bought twice, actually. So I don't know.
The
I think that
anniversary
hurts me.
and the 2-pack.
I got the one on the Marvel Superheroes card. What was that? San Diego,
Yeah.
the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive
San
one,
Diego 2019.
which it's still on card because I love those cards. But during shipment, that figure is so heavy that it literally broke the bubble inside. Now there's all these little pieces of plastic inside. But
Hulk smash.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then I can't even remember what the other one's from. I have it.
Well, there's the anniversary one, and then there was the 2-pack, right?
Oh, the anniversary one. Yeah, the Marvel Legends, the Marvel Legends anniversary one, and the 2-pack. So I have it 3 times, and the Marvel Select one. So like I'm good with like Hulks in that sense, but having like the soft vinyl chest, really that's only for the one pose. So I feel like it's almost like wasted. Like
I
if
disagree.
you don't put that one in the one pose, then you could have had all these other Hulks in every other pose that they're going to put out there. This figure, toe articulation. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. But it's just not worth it to me. I already have the other ones, so.
But I think that's a valid point. I think it's also important to point out, like, you don't have to get it.
Yeah.
I know.
Like, it's very much, yeah.
I'm not
like for me.
What I'm saying is they were trying it. I felt like with the Spider-Man one, they were like setting a precedence. They were like, look at this new Maximum line, and then the Hulk one comes out, and it's like, yeah, it's not like as like insane crazy as we made it seem like with that first release, is what I'm saying. Because seeing that Hulk, I could hear air letting out of a balloon. It was just like it just was not cool to me.
This
it wasn't as
this
crazy.
is something that you guys would obviously probably know more, but like they're going with the Hulk because obviously it's a popular character. But do you think it even sells remotely the same as like Spider-Man? So like they go with like the new mode and everything on the Spider-Man because they know they're going to recoup the money off of that. Versus the Hulk is kind of like, well, he's a big character, so we have to do it. But like, let's maybe reel it back a little bit to not be completely like, ass out.
I think, obviously, I do agree. Hulk is a significantly less popular character than Spider-Man. Like, Spider-Man is like one of the top IPs for Marvel.
Yeah.
But I feel like if they would have knocked it out of the park, it wouldn't have mattered because it could have been everyone's definitive Hulk figure for their collection, which is what this series feels like it's aimed to be. It's supposed to be like your be all end all for now until they do the ultimate maximum super editions.
How else are they gonna get you to rebuy these characters again? Like they gotta spice this up.
But at least with this series, if they are just doing it quarterly, that's 4 figures a year. They got a lot of tread on the tires at that point of main characters to get through before they have to worry about re-releasing old ones.
Sure.
And they can re-release some characters with less stuff in the
I'm
main
not
line.
saying re-releasing. I'm just saying it's a new way to get you to buy another Spider-Man and another Hulk and so forth and so forth.
Right.
So like after seeing the Hulk though, like I try to think of like what would a Captain America Maximum look like? I'm like, you're not getting any better than some of the ones they've already come out with. Like if that's your Hulk that you're coming out with, dude, there's not going to be a better Captain America than that.
They
Marvel,
give him new articulation. I think they could come up with a better one.
Dude, Michael, you have to understand. I get it that everybody likes action figure photography, but there's like a huge part of the fandom that doesn't do that stuff. Is what I'm saying.
What's that got to do with them making a maximum figure for $50 and giving it more articulation? There's a lot of people who like to play with their figures and don't take photos.
I'm just saying. For $50, if you already have one of those other Captain Americas, just like the Hulk, it's going to be like, in my opinion, it's going to be like, people are going to be like, I already got one. It's cool.
At this point, doesn't everyone already have one?
Yeah,
I think you have to have at least one.
With the Spider-Man, there is an extra value because it's a McFarlane styled figure. You guys are you not picking up on that?
No, I personally just assume that people liked it because of the.
No, yeah, I don't. Not. It is a top to bottom new skull.
Right,
top to bottom.
But I don't think it's McFarlane Spider-Man. I think it's big eyes. No. But I don't.
Well, he does have the like weird face, like.
He's even got the crazy pelvis that the original Toy Biz Marvel's the McFarlane Spider-Man had.
And maybe that is, but they're not marketing it that way.
I don't think they could. I don't think Hasbro could be like, hey, McFarlane Spider-Man.
I mean, they could call it the Torment Spider-Man or something like that.
All I'm saying is that them showing this Hulk being reuse, I'm like, oh, this is where the line is going to be. This is what you're doing. I'll probably be out for the rest of them.
The reuse on the Hulk, though, is only the arms and like the upper legs. That's not a ton. I mean, the heads are new, the torso is new, the feet are new.
I think the upper torso, but
the ab crunch or the lower torso is probably the same. But yeah, so like you're looking at midsection, crotch, and legs, feet, torso.
So I'll throw this out to you then. What could they do to then make it better? Like
That's a good question.
So you're not upset by the reuse. Like, what could they have done in the arms or? So,
no,
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
If we were getting what we were getting from the first figure, the Spider-Man figure, like, and you wanted it to look like an Ed McGuinness or a Dale Keown Hulk, then there should have been a new sculpt.
But there is
from
everything, but from everything, but
it doesn't even look like your art.
Okay, but
yeah,
what would you? I mean, the torso is new, so what would you have wanted the arms to be new that would warrant that? Where I can see on a Spider-Man that you could change your stuff up. I guess I just don't really, with these bigger characters like this, I guess I just don't see much improvement on what they've already gotten those. And if you've got something, then I definitely want to hear it, because that's just what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I would have wanted.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just out with that one. I don't need it.
Yeah, I definitely don't either. But I'm not.
Does toe articulation really help anything? I thought we were trying to get away from toe articulation. I thought with the Toy Biz years, there was way too much articulation.
Right. Yeah, it looked like crap. Shit.
Yeah, the finger.
No, I don't want any of that.
That's what I want. A Punisher that can't hold any guns. You know? Like,
I do think, though, that this, because I was kind of wondering, I was like, I wonder why it's the Hulk as the second one. But there hasn't been a great Hulk on shelves in a while. And we sometimes
that old.
What's that?
That 2-pack isn't that old.
What 2-pack?
The Wolverine Hulk one?
Yeah.
Wasn't it last year?
Is that really that old? Wait, no.
That was
not the tuxedo one.
No. It's like 5 years old.
Is it?
Yeah. And I think we lose track of that because we're in this for so long. There are new collectors coming into this all the time, and I don't know. I do know that 2-pack is really expensive.
Seriously?
On the aftermarket. Oh yeah, the first appearance Wolverine and Hulk. Oh yeah, it's pricey. Maybe a little bit less now that they've announced this Maximum Hulk. But this is a great way to keep characters in rotation. And I will take that back. The other Hulk that got released recently, there was the Toy Biz Marvel Legends homage wave, which that was that one. But still, I still stand by what I'm saying. It's a nice way to get another Hulk back out there. So yeah,
I think for them to have got me to buy the Hulk would have been like more like I like the missile. I like stuff like that. Like I would have liked something along those lines.
The thunderclap thing I think is cool.
Oh, it is. It's cool. It's just not worth it to me.
Yeah, not to you. It's the same for me, but I do like that Hasbro's dipping more into the effects world as far as giving us, effects pieces. G.I. Joe does it quite a bit, and Marvel Legends was kind of always stuck on the same like 4.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, how many times did we get this shape?
Yeah,
in figures, and it's really cool to see them do all this cool stuff.
I don't even like that blast effect.
No, it sucks.
It's so dated, and and then you remember when the Doctor Strange one came out with the woo 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 stuff, and when it first came out, I was like, "That's the coolest effect ever."
It doesn't get any better than this.
Ugly.
Yeah, so I like that part of it, and I guess maybe that's what I hope that the line continues on. And I guess I see the disappointments in the Hulk. I just was watching the live stream and I was like, wow, that's really cool. I think that's really awesome. And you guys are like, it sucks. And I was like, oh.
See, I don't think it sucks. I'm just disappointed in the heads. I just wish if they would have stuck into a lane and went into it instead of like forcing 3 different art styles on me. Like, because I want this Hulk. I'm excited for it. I like the bright colors. I like the fact that he can have the full range of motion in the shoulders. Like, I'm here. I love the effects. I'm here for it. I think it's gonna be awesome. I'm just disappointed in the choices.
Have they shown with it like pulled all the way back? Does it like flex the vinyl at all?
Show that to my knowledge. They
I
showed
don't
it forward.
think so. Yeah.
I'm just curious. Like if it's underneath, like how much does it? But it could also look kind of cool. Like again, but maybe not lasting very long.
Yeah, it just depends on what it like ends up final product being made out of. Real quick from the chat though, Anthony Albert has a few things in here to say. So he says, I think Hawk almost makes the argument Hasbro's had for the line with Spider-Man Mute. I think Hawk makes the argument Hasbro had. Oh, he said it twice. I think Captain America and Iron Man works both sell. People love them. He also said double joint elbows would have been nice for the Hawk. Ted also brought up how much was the previous Marvel Legends Anniversary Hawk. That one was like 40, wasn't it? Because the rest of the line was
2-pack?
No, the anniversary.
Oh, the anniversary.
The Toy Biz.
Anniversary.
Oh yeah, I think it was.
It was $39.99.
I don't know. They were expensive anyway. I think they were. I think he was 45 or 55 because I think the regular ones were 35 because they were more expensive.
Okay.
That much more?
I can't remember to be
I
honest,
was like kind of about it.
They were at least 30, and I want to say that's not a big leap from 25. So I in my head they were 35, but I could be wrong.
I'm gonna see.
I tried googling it, but it doesn't look like there's a.
Yeah, there's not like an old listing anywhere.
Nah. Amazon has it for 115.
Right. That doesn't really. That doesn't really help.
That's not what you want. I was trying to see.
I know this isn't only figs, but I bought this Hulk recently, and I love him.
Which one's that? That's that big 12-inch one.
Yeah.
So do you put him on display with your little ones? Like, is he that big then?
No, because I went like 12-inch crazy, and this is 12-inch Wolverine, and then this is 12-inch Hulk. So he's bigger. And now, like years later, I'm sitting here looking at a line that ended a long time ago, and I'm like, man, I wish they made more icons, Marvel Legends.
Yeah, I couldn't find a price for the anniversary one, so I think Nate was right though. That was closer to like 50. So like that
35.
is for the anniversary Hulk.
Oh, don't
Um,
listen to me.
As far as double jointed elbows go, this one
Yeah,
I see this people ask for this a lot, but at the same time, when you have a character with such massive arms, how much do you really think you're gonna get without it really making the figure look dumb? Like, do you want squared
Yeah.
off McFarlane elbows? Because that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah, and you're gonna get monkey arms that are huge,
Yeah.
like gorilla,
Like
Like
the
they-
old
they-
Toy Biz one.
like the old Toy Biz ones. Like
Yeah.
there's a reason why they aren't doing things like that anymore because it looks stupid.
Yeah. So like you're gonna sacrifice a lot visually just to have double jointed elbows, so that way he can touch his shoulder, like he could
Yeah.
It,
Touches.
Bro.
Yeah, exactly.
so he can
Put
sit
your
there and
left
tug
foot
on his
in,
ear
put your left
lobe.
foot
Like
right.
I don't see the need for some of the bigger characters. Like I like as much as I'd like I have the where is he? Like I have Juggernaut
Big boys
here,
need love too.
and like
Hmm.
like yeah, he doesn't get a lot of range there, but like I don't like he's not.
got those big ass.
I'm not gonna like
biceps,
pose him
though.
with his like hands behind his head like he's relaxing on the recliner. Like
But what if you wanted him to pull off the helmet?
I mean
Yeah.
Well, then he'd have to have a final chest.
And
I
he'd be
mean,
like,
he
"Ah."
can touch his helmet. Like
He never wants to take his helmet off. Why would he
Is
try?
that
That's a
what-
good point.
Is that
That's
what
good.
you think touching is, Michael?
I mean,
Getting
his
close,
thumb
but-
is touching it. Just saying.
Yeah, I bet.
And if he's taking
Um,
it off, it would be lifted anyway, so it wouldn't be on his body. So if you want to get technical there, let me take off the head. Boom. He's capable of taking off his helmet. Like,
Oh my god!
I'm just saying that, like
I would have
But,
assumed
like,
his head would have been bigger than that.
they could improve it a little bit, but there's only so much they could do before, like you said, you're
Yeah.
gonna get.
Which is why they didn't make new arms.
Again, that wasn't my complaint at all, for the record.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
That was Corey's complaint. My complaint was the heads. I am
Alright.
on board
Oh,
with
shit.
everything about this figure except for the heads.
Bad head.
Yeah.
All right.
Nobody likes bad
Yeah.
head. Or
Which is
inconsistent
funny
head.
because the San Diego Comic-Con Hulk, I look at that head and I'm like, that's not good either. Like they have a hard time getting good heads on Hulks.
I think that 2-pack one with Wolverine was probably one of the best.
Yeah.
That was
If
one
you
of the-
like it, but that's if you like that old like Sal Buscema style. Some people don't. So
Right. I just am like blown away that they haven't made a smart Hulk. Like
yeah,
needed.
like a proper like tank top, glasses.
Yeah. It just doesn't make any sense why that isn't out yet.
I never understood why they never, especially when they were really into making things that were semi-current, why they never made a weapon H.
Yeah. That talk about a character that I hated at the beginning, and then I started reading about him, and I was like, "This is fun."
Yeah, it was
Really?
fun.
Holy
I hate
shit. That
It's fun.
2-pack Hulk with Wolverine,
Yeah.
that 2-pack is $400 on eBay.
I told you.
I know,
Man,
but I thought it was only gonna be like $100-200. I didn't realize it was gonna be that much. Like, damn.
I mean, that's an asking price, but still,
But
I mean,
still, like, fuck.
it's a great Hulk. I sold it probably cheaply. I just wanted the Wolverine. What do I know?
Oh man, I'd say that it'd
So-
be nice to have that head, so that way I could put it on the Maximum Hawk. But let's be honest, it's probably a different shade of green, so it doesn't matter.
I'm sure you.
That's
could,
what Photoshop is for.
There you
but
go.
that doesn't-
You could probably find a mold of that Hulk head somewhere.
Yeah, but then I have to pay
And
someone
make it
$50
yourself.
to paint it.
It's not 400 though.
Or I could
Are
just-
we wrong in? Are we wrong thinking that this is like supposed to be like the definitive character, like the definitive
I mean, maybe
Spider-Man,
that's
the
not
definitive
their
Hulk?
intent, maybe, but like, it felt that
I don't
way with
think
the start.
Maybe that's not their intention.
Like you release a
Yeah.
Spider-Man
It may
with all
not
new
be.
art, like all new body, and
I think we just assume that from the Spider-Man, and you're thinking like, oh, this has to be the definitive Spider-Man.
I
So
thought
maybe
$50
it's just like
from
we're just
Hasbro, it better be.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's just, here's a great figure with a bunch of extra stuff to make your
Right.
toy photography great.
I just
it's
thought
made specifically for Michael.
an artist specific thing. That was my assumption, and I understand that I was wrong in thinking that in the beginning.
We're all like admitting things that like
Except
I
for
don't
me, I'm
give it-
perfect.
but yeah, you're fine. I don't, I'll get Spider-Man, I'll skip Hulk. What do we want to see? Is there anybody that
Wolverine.
like you're like, okay, that's what I want.
I need a Tiger
Wolverine
Stripe
would be cool.
maximum.
What else do
all
you
new
think we
stuff.
would get in it though? Like what all things do you think we would get?
Oh, and what would come with? I expect a probably normal masthead, a battle damage masthead, and an unmasked head.
For $50, I want a Colossus figure in there too.
I can't wait till your McFarlanes go up.
yeah,
Like, I
start
would-
paying
I think there would
$35
be
for
some
fucking
really
Batman
cool-
figures.
It could be like
I think there'd be really cool slash marks that you
Yep.
can put on the,
yeah.
The
on
claws.
Now,
the
so-
things.
So, but with like Wolverine, I'm gonna go against everything that I've just said, because with Wolverine, I think you could have a tiger stripe body, and then you could just make different head spikes, and you could get very effective different artists. So now I'm
Why are you
So now
wishing that
3
upon
heads
us?
in
really
the
being
box?
contradictory for everything I just said about Hulk.
Why are you
I love
wishing
it.
that upon us?
Now, is it the
Like big giant ones for man. Why can't I think of any artist names right now?
Because you're wrong and you should feel bad about it. We don't need that.
Why? But why wouldn't you? If they're
Because-
doing that with the Hulk,
Because I don't like that about the Hawk.
yeah?
right?
You don't have vinyl legs, maybe?
No, it's gonna have a vinyl. It's gonna have
Ah.
vinyl for him, and then his claws are gonna be able to like come out of them.
Retract.
Oh, God,
You
I
can push
hope
them
not.
down and pull them out.
I hope we're past
And then
that
pop
point.
out like the old Toy Biz one.
Oh,
And then
God.
after like 3 years, this hinge joint, like the
Yeah.
metal inside, is just gonna pop out of the vinyl.
And I can wear this like a ring.
Oh my God! What's that feet? What's that head from?
It's from the movie.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
But see, that's another thing is I feel like they've released so many Wolverines with different heads
God,
that if you really
bro.
wanted to put like a different head on it, it'd be easy.
No, I think with a maximum Wolverine, he needs to come with a new modern day Wolverine cycle where his face is on the motorcycle, like the old Toy Biz. You guys probably don't even remember that.
I do remember that.
Whoa, what's happening?
I know.
Whoa, there we go.
Huh? Nothing happened.
Anyway, on a more
feel like-
serious note, I think it should come with those 3 heads, some slash effects. I would want those new like sprawled out hands that are coming with the Weapon X that have the claws.
Yeah,
I think that'd be cool to get like gloved versions of those.
Yeah, I was hoping I wasn't gonna have to buy that, and then I saw those hands, and I was like, "Those are really cool."
Mm-hmm.
I keep those guys on card because of the card.
That's fair.
I'm compelled to buy them, even though that Marvel girl doesn't even have painted boots. I'm like,
I thought you were saying
I'll buy it
boobs.
for
I was like,
$10.
what?
Yeah, I agree. I was the same, Michael.
boots, man. Get your head out of the X Mansion gutter.
Anthony Albert also said, "I also took them to be definitive versions." So we weren't the only ones who thought that was the goal.
Yeah, but I know. I'm just saying, like maybe that was
I mean,
like
that clearly
not.
isn't the case, but like that's
Yeah.
seemed to be how the marketing came off to a lot of people. Who else do
Yeah.
we want to see? Like Captain America, Iron Man.
No, one more thing about the Wolverine one. I would like to see like the not just like painted stripes,
Oh, actually,
wanna
like
see-
molded.
stitched etching like the astonishing Wolverine has, because that figure is so beautiful. I just stare at it.
That's fair.
I'm staring at it right now.
That's
I wish I was.
It's one of the few figures that survived like any purges. I still have that after several months.
I thought you just
several months. That's a long time, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Listen, watch next week's Toy Therapy where Big Nerdy just shatters my reality and explains the mentality of why I am the way I am. That's all I gotta say.
It kind of scared me a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, how much did you pay him?
But
Like, just like tears like rolling down your face.
yeah, who else would we want? Like he mentioned Colossus.
I mean,
I'd love
I'd-
to get an updated Colossus figure.
I think probably
Well,
then one of the next logical would be either Deadpool or Venom.
Ooh, yeah, Deadpool.
Yeah, that would make the most
Especially
sense.
because they
I
have
would
that
have.
that Comic Con
I have
Deadpool figure is so good to get that with just some normal accessories instead of the Ninja Turtle themed ones.
Right.
I will definitely be buying a Venom one with whatever they do.
Even if what if they
Crap.
give them drool effects?
Mhm.
I would see. I could see them making like crazy,
Yeah.
face opening
I-
up and stuff.
I'm just joking because a lot of people got all upsetty spaghetti about the video game Venom. And they're like, "Oh, we got
Yeah,
a
I don't
stupid drool
understand.
effect." I'm like, "That's fucking cool. What are you talking about?
Right.
Like, quit being
It is cool.
a fucking hater just for the sake of being a hater. Like,
But
that's some
what's
cool
cool
shit
with
that
that
I want more
figure?
done."
I had no idea it was that big. I had no
Mm-hmm.
idea. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
Yeah,
it's like
I like
it's like an icon
You're
size.
getting 9 inches of Venom. That's what you're getting.
I pre-ordered it and now I'm kind of like, I don't know if I need this, but we'll see.
Don't know if you
It's
have
not
the
gonna fit on
space
my
for that
shelf.
much Venom.
It's not gonna fit on the shelf, like my gamer, like Spider-Man verse, whatever. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna move some things around.
I mean, you could always pose him crouched down. Like, I don't think he's ever standing
Yeah.
straight up in the game.
It's fair.
You know what I would have bought? I think I might have told you guys this in our chat, but I would have bought an Immortal Hulk. An Immortal Hulk
Yeah.
with crazy partial mutation moments. That would have blown my mind. And it could have been a Joe Bennett signature series figure. But he got canceled anyway, so
Whatever.
They definitely are doing that then.
yeah, they're like hiding Immortal Hulk now. So
Well, that got
I don't know.
Yeah.
I gotta say Venom should be the next one.
Venom and
in
Deadpool.
my opinion.
I could
I
see,
don't-
yeah. Wolverine, Venom, Deadpool.
See him doing another big figure right after the Hawk. Maybe.
Yeah.
I could see it going Wolverine, Deadpool, then Venom, or like Wolverine, Captain America, then Venom, or something like that.
Yeah.
They're gonna go crazy and they're just gonna be like, the next one's Gambit.
Okay.
Give him a claw
That
and
could
the
be
next
good.
goat, and I'm here for
And they'll
it.
be like the next
Because
one's
that would
Ant-Man,
intrigue
when he's just
52
this
little
big.
It's a maximum smallich.
Yeah.
Um, they could do Captain
I don't
America
know.
and finally give him a shield that doesn't have holes or is battle damaged.
Or they could just give us both.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. Or
What
give
they-
it, and then give us that one that has the bullet holes with the smoke coming out of it, but give us all of them.
Yeah, they're gonna package the 20th Toy Biz version and the Secret Wars version and all of their parts all together, and they're just
Mhm.
shove it in a box and they're like, yeah, it's maximum.
I'm not
Yep.
gonna lie, that would be
You put it together.
like that'd be not terrible. Like I'd still want an updated like body, but beyond that, like getting those like the head sculpts for the Secret Wars one were great. So like I don't
Mhm.
see really a need to improve those. Like
I'm at the point now with Marvel Legends. It's like you guys got to make like new characters, or our time is coming to a close. Like I think my
I
collection
mean,
is
I think
out
they're
of control.
on borrowed time at this point. So I don't think you're getting new characters, and you're gonna get like more expensive versions of characters you already have 20 of.
Hey man, I just bought all that new X-Men wave, and I don't even care if it shows up at Ollie's because I think that entire wave is awesome.
I just want that Cyclops.
Freaking fire.
Because that
He's
optic
cool.
blast effect is fucking awesome.
He's cool. The Build-A-Figure is unbelievable. Is so good. So
Maybe
Hey,
the
man.
last one they do. I don't know. Has there been another one after that announced?
Another
I mean,
Build-A-Figure?
that literally just came out.
I know, but has there been any other waves that have a Build-A-Figure announced in it? I mean, because on the live stream they just showed like the Thunderbolts wave is like going to be 2-packs, so no Build-A-Figure.
Wait,
Oh,
those like the Sentry figure is
Yeah.
going to be in a 2-pack? Oh
Yep.
no, that's
It's
those jerks.
it's Yelena and Red Guardian, and then it's whatever the other one they showed, and
Sentry
Sentry.
with U.S. Agent.
Yeah,
Those are definitely going to be at Ollie's. I thought for sure they were going to release all those characters again with a Build-A-Figure being the Sentry because it's the only new character that everybody would want.
yeah.
That's a
I
shame.
mean, the new figures
I'm
look
stoked
better than the old
yeah.
ones.
I mean, they do, but once again, do you want? How many people want to? I mean, a lot of people didn't buy them the first time around.
Exactly, so they can get good versions of
I don't think that was the case.
them. Plus, I mean,
I think
this
we'll
movie looks
definitely see
great.
a limited
so,
run of it.
you never know.
I think this could kick it off.
I think the reason why those figures didn't sell the first time is because people did not really care for the Black Widow movie, and
Which I don't know. My favorites.
Didn't
And
it
a
come
lot-
out like way before the movie or something? Wasn't it like
The figures did, yeah.
Yeah.
It kept getting pushed back after
the movie got pushed back? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was hard to
so
even
that also
have
didn't
like
help.
that attachment, anyways. Yeah.
And then the
I think
US
this
Agent
Black Widow
figure,
figure,
wasn't that a
like,
special
looks-
like Walmart exclusive like fancy one?
Oh, the white one.
The white one.
She was in the white costume, and
No, I'm
she
talking,
had
I
like
said US
actually-
Agent.
Oh, I'm
Oh.
sorry.
Yeah, was it?
Oh, Walmart had an exclusive. It was the Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't the
Oh.
U.S. Agent.
Oh, that's right. He was
It
also
was-
in that Disney Plus wave. Where you
Yeah,
could
they
buy all
they
the-
released-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about that White Widow figure. Sorry,
No.
I don't know why my brain went there. She was basically the first Maximum figure with all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
promotions and
cool-
shit. Like, I wish I
Yep.
bought that when that was on clearance. Well, anything else before we close things out?
Nah.
I got plenty of cool Hulk heads.
That's not gonna fit on your Maximum series.
It would
Yeah.
look cool if you did, though.
Incredible head.
I got this one. That's it.
Okay. Well, on that note, let us know in the comments below what your thoughts and feelings are. Are you excited for the Maximum series? Do you think it's just a cash grab, or you really don't give a shit? You just want more figures. Also, make sure
Yeah.
to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. It helps us out and gets you more toy-related content in your feed. Remember, going forward, the live stream for the podcast will only stay up until Thursday morning, and then it will go and be removed, so that way I can re-upload it Friday like normal. We're testing this to see if it fixes the fact that the podcast hasn't really been growing. So far, it seems to work, but we're only like 1 or 2 in, so still testing it out. So if you want to watch the rewatch of it, whatever VOD, whatever they call them these days, you either have to watch it by tomorrow morning, or you need to wait until Friday morning when it goes back up in just normal video form. We've got next week. You can check out Toy Therapy with Big Nerdy. We had a lot of fun. It's another long
I was
one.
gonna say that's
Awesome.
a super fun one.
Yeah,
Jam packed.
yeah. There's a lot of off the rails, and some deep realizations. Oh God, what else? You can check us out: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Blue Sky, Facebook. All of that's available in the description below in our link tree. You can also check out patreon.com/Modern Toy Fair, where for $1 a month you can get access to all of our pre-recorded videos early. You get access to any photos I take early. You get access to the article I write for Toytography magazine after the magazine releases. You get access to have the Patreon input, which Nate is going to read now for us.
My nose is cold.
This has been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Sorry.
all good. This is from Christopher. Maximum Hulk will be the first Marvel Legends figure I've bought in over 2 years. The last one I bought was a Baron Zemo. I bought on a whim at a CVS or Walgreens. Just because it was on sale. I don't have any Hulk figures. And that figure looks like it could be the first and last Hulk I'll need to buy. All right. So the next one is from the 45th Eric.
This is like some like poetry.
I know. I was like,
Mhm.
it would be
I guess-
snapping.
Like a poetry slam. I feel like I need coffee.
Hasbro has many Marvel Legends coming with the bare minimum of $25. I have slowly moved away from the line. I understood the argument for maximum Spider-Man price, but was wary. The price was getting ever close to import. Hulk is even closer, and there's a lot of reuse. Is a good butterfly joint and soft torso worth it? I'm not so sure. If these figures are your definitive version of that character, then it would be worth the price. But I guess the jury's out on if Hasbro will be only doing one of each character, or if there'll eventually be versions that improve upon this concept.
Bravo, bravo.
Thank you. Thank you.
So yes, once
Very good.
again, and to answer Anthony Albert in the chat, yes, it is patreon.com/Modern Toy Fair. $1 a month gets you access to all of that we just previously mentioned, along with having input for the topic of the podcast. So check that out. We greatly appreciate it. Oh man, if there's anything else, oh yeah, Toytography magazine. We already kind of mentioned that earlier on, but links in the description below. Check them out. You can pre-order the next issue, which is June, I believe. They have tons of articles of tips and tricks for action figure photography. Brian actually currently has a YouTube channel going for the magazine as well, where he's doing it is like a game show for figure photographers, where they essentially each week kind of eliminate people. They have specific figures that they have to pose with certain restrictions and take a photo, and they have judges. It's a lot of fun, so check that out. And also make sure to join
That's kinda
the
cool.
Master
Facebook
Chef.
group.
It's cool.
And I'm trying to think if there's anything else before we take off. Check out Jarmar at OnlyFeet, Jarmar_games. Corey, what you got?
Check me out at Bioconsumption. Kind of on some downtime right now though, because between conventions and I'm thoroughly exhausted from last month. So I'll be posting new stuff soon. But other than that, my Hulk can't clap at all.
But does
That's
he
all.
have the clap?
He might.
Oh,
I don't know. We haven't had
That's
that.
wherever he got it from.
I did get him secondhand.
I don't know why. I was not expecting that.
I don't know that reference either, but it sounded like I was meaning something.
Oh my god. All right. Nostalgia collectors in the chat. Hey fellas, how's it going, man? Nate, you got anything before we close out on that wonderful note?
I just want to further recommend the cheesy street chalupa from Taco Bell.
Absolutely.
Go get it. Yep.
Shit, I forgot about that. Yes.
So check out that chalupa.
I already had
sponsor.
one today.
This is what Zach De La Rocha was talking about. And we're
Chalupas?
coming back around again.
I don't get that reference.
Really?
Yeah, so check out that chalupa, not a sponsor. Hopefully see you next week. Same toy time, same Toy Fair channel. Thank you for watching.
Check out the chalupa, not a sponsor.
Michael doesn't rage against any machine. Are you?
You have to twist the wrist a little bit so you get that nice kind of forward motion. You're going to have to twist the upper torso as well. You're going to bring this ankle back forward, the lower part of the leg forward a little bit. Bring this arm back, still have a little curve so he's ready for the, the 1-2. And then